It was over 10 years ago that Lara Croft raided her first tomb, and her subsequent adventures have taken her all over the world. Few of them have really managed to recapture the spirit of the original game, though. Last year's Tomb Raider Legend went some way to revitalizing the series, with a Lara Croft who looked a lot better, was more agile, and had a number of new gadgets in her backpack. Tomb Raider Anniversary, which is currently scheduled for release in May, is a remake of the original game that not only incorporates many of the features that were introduced in Legend, but which also adds a few of its own, as we discovered when we had an opportunity to play through the first few areas recently. You'll find plenty that's familiar in Anniversary if you played the original game, but just about everything has been enhanced or remixed, and there are plenty of opportunities to put Lara's new abilities to use, of course. In Tomb Raider Anniversary, Lara can use her grappling hook to swing across gaps and to run along walls for a short time. She can scramble up walls from ledge to ledge, provided her feet have some purchase. And anytime she's hanging onto something with only one hand, you'll have just a few seconds to hit the triangle button and prevent her from falling. The triangle button serves a similar purpose anytime Lara looks like she might lose her balance while perched atop a small column or pole, which is another new ability that comes into play a fair amount as you progress through the game and have to negotiate increasingly complex locations. Lara also has a couple of new tricks when in combat, which include tapping the X button to recover more quickly after being knocked down by an enemy, waggling the analog stick to escape from the clutches of an enemy that has grabbed you, and performing an adrenaline dodge when an enraged enemy decides to charge. The adrenaline dodge is a refined version of the somewhat overpowered slow motion attacks that were introduced in Legend, and it makes for an interesting risk versus reward mechanic, since it can only be activated by quickly tapping the dodge button when an enemy's charge causes the screen to blur for a second or two. The dodge move also gives you an opportunity to pull off a headshot, although doing so requires split-second timing on the fire button. Like previous Tomb Raider games, Anniversary is very forgiving where Lara's gymnastics are concerned, making it easy for you to string together very impressive-looking combinations of moves. The game's traps, on the other hand, are quick to punish even the smallest of errors. Arrows flying across corridors, huge swinging axes, rolling boulders, and collapsing rope bridges are among those that we've encountered already, along with a couple of scripted super action sequences that, like those in Legend, are quite cinematic and can only be passed successfully by hitting buttons in time with on-screen prompts. Puzzles involving the use of keys, levers and cogs serve as reminders that this game is closely based on the first of its kind, but there's no doubting that this is a new Lara Croft adventure, one that promises to make visiting locations like the Lost Valley, St. Francis Folly and the city of Carmoon a joy for newcomers and veterans alike. We look forward to bringing you more information on Tomb Raider Anniversary as soon as it becomes available.